Alright, it's me again, back with another video. So, I have watched a few Kevin Samuels videos, and I see that the Kevin Samuels videos actually get some views on my channel. So I was like, you know what, let me continue with the Kevin Samuels videos to get more people to come in to watch my material, watch my content. On top of that, Kevin Samuels always has very interesting conversations with people. And a lot of these people are kind of like delusional, in my opinion. It seems like they want a lot, but they don't have a lot to offer. So it's kind of like they want to give, they want to receive, but they don't want to give, which is effed up, right? So you already know that's not going to work out. But anyways, this title is called Mother Gets Big Reality Check. Now, I'm very interested to see this one because, you know, at my age, and I guess a lot of women I've come across in their 20s, mid 20s, early 20s, whatever, for some reason have like kids. A lot of them are single mothers, right? So me being a single male that has no kids is kind of already a red flag for me. If I find out you have a child, I can't mess with it. I'm not taking the chance of like inheriting a responsibility future wise that I had no control over, you know, of this person's will, of this person's being in this world. So anyways, I'm curious to see if that's the case. Is this mother having issues with finding a significant other? Because a lot of people come on the show to find a significant other. A few people come on here to, you know, get themselves straightened up as far as like getting advice on, you know, how they should proceed when it comes to their career and just life and things like that. But ultimately, it's to find a significant other. They need help on that. So she might be in the boat where it's like she's a single mother trying to find a significant other with all these, and she has all these high standards, but it's like you kind of can't, you know. It's cool that you do, but ultimately you have to realize that you kind of lowered your value. Sounds fucked up, but it's facts, right? So let's see what this video is about.
Hi.
Shout out to the Bonnet crew.
Shout out to the Bonnet crew.
How old are you?
And she got hoop earrings.
So I've been on here.
How old are you?
I'll be 21 in 7 days.
Okay. What do you have?
She young.
So on the topic, I agree with you. I really think it's like a logic question. You know, doesn't really. I just agree. I don't really have, you know, nothing much to say to it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But you came on for what?
I wanted to have it. It's off of the topic. If that was okay, we could talk.
As long as it's about something I talk about.
Okay. Well, you talk a lot about high value men, high value women. My concerns. I would like, you know, your opinion, your insights. I'm very young. Not very young, but I'm 21. I do live with my mother. I'm planning on, you know, like moving out. I want a high value man, and that's what I'm looking for as a female. I feel, you know, I'm building myself for that type of man. But the type of men that I meet.
Why do you want a high value man?
Because I feel I deserve that.
You don't deserve anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, she could have answered it like she wants a high value man because a high value man is going to motivate me to be much more of a high value woman, or I see myself as a high value woman, so I want someone that's on the same level as myself, or when I get to that point, on the same level as myself, right? So if she's already pursuing things that's going to put her in that category of high value, then she could probably make a statement like that. So we'll see where this goes. On top of that, the topic does say mother gets big reality checks. So if she does have a child at this young of an age, let's see where this goes.
Who are you?
Simone.
Simone deserves nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No one in this world deserves. Excuse me? What makes you so special? Do you deserve access to somebody else's stuff?
Damn.
Nothing really makes me special to deserve access to anybody's thing but my own.
Thank you. So you don't deserve a high value man. You don't deserve. Nobody deserves anything.
Facts.
How are you
Facts.
going to earn a high value man?
By building myself to be a high value woman.
Were you raised with your mother and father?
Was I raised with my mother and father?
Mm-hmm. Were they married?
No, my dad was married. I had a stepmother, and my mom, I have a stepfather. But
Any siblings
yes,
that lived with you guys?
on my mom's side, I was the only child up until like 20, and then on my dad's side, I had 6 sisters, and
But you live as an only child.
I was back and forth. I would go with my dad's on the summers, and I lived with like my mom and my grandmother.
You're pretty much a single child to some extent, right?
For the most part.
Pretty much. Just say yeah.
I wouldn't say so because my grandmother raised me, and I lived with my aunt.
Oh my God!
No,
Just
I was raised with my aunt. I wasn't really raised by.
How many children does your aunt have? How many children does your aunt have?
She has 1.
And how old is that child?
Like 3, 4.
So you were raised as an only child.
my God, this girl. Yo, this girl is too dumb, bro. I would have like if I was Kevin Samuels, I'm like, look, we gonna cut it off here. You too stupid. It's not even that. He didn't even ask her a fucking complex ass question. He asked her a simple question. And based solely upon her circumstances, I was like, oh yeah, she pretty much was probably, I guess, to some extent seen as a single child, especially if she was the only one child from her parents, right? Her 2 parents. Like, if they had another kid, then, that'd be, she wasn't a single child. But for the fact that they had their own little separate families and she was just pretty much the in-between child, you're pretty much a single child by default off rip because of that situation, right? No other child that was in that family was, in your situation where they had, the same mother and father as you. They had either the same father or the same mother as you. So, for her to go through all these hoops and what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let's get back into this.
It's not enough time. Man, this is not a complicated question.
You're right.
This is starting to go downhill, okay?
Yo, cut her off, bro. Kevin Samuels need to cut her off.
No. First up, check that. I'm just asking you about your house, your structure. You're your mother's only child. Your mother had no more kids, and there were no other children living in a home. That's an only child. And there's something called only child syndrome. What you might want to get that under control, because one more time and that's gone. What was that?
What is what?
Was there somebody screaming in the background?
No.
Because there's something beeping going on. All right, only child syndrome. But I do have a question for you before I continue.
Yes.
You're 21. Why come on to the program with a bonnet on?
Well, honestly, I'm comfortable. I could take my bonnet off. I know there's this whole dilemma with the bonnets and things. I don't know. I'm comfortable. This is me.
Okay, right. But you want a high value man. And my channel has almost 1 million subscribers and almost 800,000 on Instagram. And it's seen by hundreds of thousands of men. People. 20,000 people in here right now.
If he's gonna tell her to take the bonnet off because of, his show, I personally don't have a problem with the bonnet. On top of that, in the position she's in now, she's not gonna get a high value man. By the time it takes for her to get a high value man, she has to become a high value woman. That's gonna be way later. So right now, and based solely upon the question that he just asked her, clearly intellectually she's nowhere near a point where she is going to be this is gonna sound fucked up, it's gonna sound messed up, but she's nowhere near the point where she's gonna be considered a high value woman. Like what is she talking about type ish. So ultimately with the whole bonnet thing, let her just rock it. I personally wouldn't care too much for it. That's a minor thing. She's just asking for like a little advice and all that. She's not asking for like she's not going there on some like over the top job interview type ish, so.
And think this is the best look for you, for what you want as an outcome?
I mean, I've been sitting here watching your live. I could have sat here and combed my hair down and prepared myself, but this is, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
think this
It's
is the best
Okay,
look.
and this is part of the reason why.
yeah. I think he's right now. He's asking for a little bit too much. Yeah, he's in my personal opinion, it's just a little too much. She's not going on there for no job interview. It's just light. It's just light. It's just asking. It's just light. I think he's doing a little too much on this. In this.
They care very much about how their women think, because they're a representation of them. You come in talking about what you deserve, and it really comes down to you. And as an only child, there's something called only child syndrome. Only children tend to be very selfish. And that's what's kind of showing through right here. It's not cute. And I'm asking a nice way, and instead of saying, you know what, you're right. I probably should have excused myself, taken it out, and presented myself in a better light, because, hey, hundreds of thousands of people, 20,000 folks, let's have the conversation. But I'm comfortable. It's all about me. What value is a selfish person in a relationship to anybody, much less a high value man?
Thank you.
That's a question.
Ask it again, please.
Yo, hey, cut her off. Cut her off. Yo, bro, he should have cut her off mad long time ago. He should have cut her off mad long time ago. This girl was slow. From him asking about the single child thing. And the way that thing's dragging on so long. I'm like, bruh, it's not that difficult. She ain't, you know what I'm saying? Mentally, she's not there. Cut her ass off. These are goofy type of girls he be having on this network podcast. I don't know what this is. His consultations, I don't know. These are goofy girls he has on here. That's why he getting all these views. If I had goofy people I'm talking to all the time, because people like this type of this would be very entertaining. People like this type of entertainment. If I had that, man, I'll be in his position with millions and millions of subscribers. Because I'm like, oh, these idiots just gonna make entertainment for me. I could just come up here. Shoot, I'll put a bonnet on my head and just come up here like, yo, what's good? Oh my God, that girl was goofy. But let's see what the rest of this video is about.
That's what you're raising. Entitled, spoiled brats who think they deserve something. They deserve nothing. I got a question for you as a mother.
Okay, so this is the mother.
How confident are you that when your boys are of age to marry and have a family, that they're going to have suitable women to pick from?
Because I literally drill it in them. And then I tried my best. Now, it's very hard because I have 4 children.
Is that the question he asked? He asked, how comfortable are you? He was like, well, if she had all boys, you can answer like, well, you know, based solely upon the women that I've encountered or, you know, I've seen, I'm kind of hesitant because X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, the way she's answering this is kind of funky. So let's just continue.
But I try my best to carry myself in the way that I would want them to pick women. If I make
okay, but what I'm saying is, I'm not asking about your boys or what you teach them. I'm asking you about how confident are you that they're going to have.
Okay, so I did interpret it right. She just fucked up on answering the question. She didn't interpret it right. That's okay. That's all that is. I thought I messed up. I thought I was in the wrong. I was like, wait, what? And I don't know.
A decent crop of suitable women to choose from.
Oh, because
Do you think they will, or do you think they will not?
I think they should. I think they will.
Should?
I think
so
they
you
will.
think women are training their daughters to be on your son's level?
Hell no.
I hope so.
No. It's not even a hope. It's yes or no.
The women.
I'm asking. Do you think? I think that's what I don't answer aspirationally.
Okay.
Look, I don't even have kids, and I know the answer is no. The answer is no. The answer is no. A lot. This. We live in a economy now where a lot of parents are in the household because they're working. A lot of kids are raising themselves. We live in a society where a lot of parents are single parents, and that's does damages upon the child mentally. You know, it's a lot of different situations. So if she's in an effed up situation where she's a single mother, then she right there is an example, right? And I'm not saying that you being a single parent is a bad thing. What I'm saying is it does. There are stats that prove that a single parent household versus what's a double parent household. I don't know the proper terminology for it, but those households, the single parent household, the child of that has is least is how do I say this? It's more negatives with that than positive than the negatives in the dual parent household, if that makes any sense. Hopefully y'all get what I'm saying.
Because this is a real question. You can train your boys up to be right, but are there women training their daughters to be on your boys' level?
So again, I hope they are, but I
Oh my God! Cut her off too. Cut her off too. Cut her off too. Based only upon that, you proving right now that you're not raising. Oh, she over here is talking about, are there women raising their daughters to the son's level? Now the question I gotta ask her is she raising her sons to be of a higher value? Based off of it, the way she's answering this is not even that difficult. What is she doing? What are you talking about, Coach?
Of the moms. I tell them, look at the mom. Peep the mom. And
okay, you're training them right. You're still going to your boys.
yes.
I'm sticking on the girls. And you say you hope.
I can't speak for them. I hope.
Okay.
I hope
Well, what do you see when you walk outside with these young girls?
Thoughts?
To be honest, I love all black girls, but to be honest, the ones who that I see are into riff raff and they look crazy and stuff.
So the answer is no.
Duh.
Why can't y'all just say that?
Just say no.
See, even what I'm showing is listen. Even what I'm trying to show you guys is even as a black mother who has black sons, you still have a hard time holding women accountable. You can't even be. I've asked the question. Hold on. No, ma'am. Look in the comment section. Stop, ma'am. Everybody in the comment section. Everybody in the comment section is hearing the question. Women are saying, just say no. Every time I ask you, how confident are you are you confident that you're seeing these women? And you say, I hope so. I hope. Hope is not reality. No. Hope is not confidence.
Yeah, hope is not reality. You can hope for a lot of shit. Just because you hope for something doesn't mean it's gonna come true. A lot of the stuff I hope for is just far from a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, okay, if you were on an airplane, and I said, how confident are you that the plane you're getting on will not crash? Well, I hope it won't.
Oh no, I'm not very confident about that.
Thank you. Well, thank you. So what does that mean? If you're raising your boys to have a standard, and you can look around and see that these girls are riffraff or whatever, and you're not confident, then who are they going to marry?
So here's the thing. To be honest, let me be truthful for a second. And a lot of people don't agree with me. And I don't think that a lot of women that I know personally that have daughters and people that I hear about that have daughters are raising their daughters to be good women. They say the
Wait, hold on. Then why does she have such a difficulty with answering the question he initially asked her? If she has prime examples in her lifestyle. If she didn't have any examples, okay, then it makes sense why she would have difficulty answering that question. But she has examples in her own life based solely upon what she just said. Oh my God, Kevin Samuels need to cut this one off too. This girl is crazy.
most stupidest things I've
ever heard. Like, you need to get with a man is doing this, and you need, and I'm like, well, what is she bringing to the table? What are you raising?
So who are they going? So then, who are you going to coach your boys to marry if this is going to be the women they have to pick from?
I have a saying when my sister makes fun of me. I told my son, I said, when you see a girl, when you start getting high school, you see a girl that you like, I said, make sure if everybody has, they say, free time, make sure you talk to the girl that's reading the book.
Did you hear the question I asked?
I did.
That's a general statement about women. How are you going? Okay, if you're not confident that women are raising their daughters to be suitable matches, see, that's the point. So here's what it is. See, listen, man, go back and listen to this sector, because I think you're not really paying attention. But people in the comment section are listening, and you're answering, because it just shows that the sister code is so strong that y'all seem to have a problem just being real. The answer is, I'm raising my boys right, and I truly, in my heart of hearts, hope that the women are raising their daughters right. But what I see is riffraff and this and that. And I ask you, what about when your boys are of age, they're out of process, and it's time, and they come around and they're seeing adult women that are saying riffraff, what you going to tell them to do? Are you going to tell them to pick from that riffraff?
No.
Then what's the alternative?
Keep looking.
Keep looking for who?
Keep looking for the woman that
Oh, I got a question for you. Would you be mad if they brought home non-black women?
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't really advocate for that, but because here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Because I told she's gonna come in my house and tell my son. My son was like, oh, I wouldn't care about, I wouldn't care to marry outside my race. She was like, what? Your mother told you that, didn't she?
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
It's anything like that. Ever.
Here's the problem. That you as a mother cannot talk to the mothers of the young girls and tell them anything about raising their daughters. That's the problem. You can raise your son up right, but if the women cannot start talking to women about how they raise their daughters, your sons will have nothing to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
So if they have nothing to pick from the race, then what are they going to have to do? Go outside of the African American community, or marry somebody non-black? This is why this whole notion of mind your business for us doesn't work, because the boys have to have somebody to pick from.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not racist. I love all people.
All right, y'all. We're gonna just cut it off there. And the reason I'm cutting it off there is, I don't know. To me, it just seems like she's not listening, and it's. I'm actually getting somewhat annoyed with it. Now, as far as the whole dating outside of the race thing, I don't really care for that, but I don't think you should just automatically just jump ship based upon like the community. And of course, you're like in a black community, but it's like multiple black communities out there. You could probably find someone if you're really like looking for that type of individual that fits what you're looking for. Like if you're looking for a black woman that's quote unquote high value, you could probably find one, right? So I'm not just gonna just jump ship and be like, all right, you should automatically date outside your race. My thing is, I don't really care. I mean, but this is coming from a black male's perspective. I think black males are a bit more open to dating outside their race than black females. But that's just my opinion. But this girl, there was a few things she was listening on, especially in comparison to the last girl. The last girl, she was just goofy. She was completely goofy. I don't know where she came from. That's why he just cut her off. His points in this one, I was just like, cut this girl off too, because he was asking a simple question. At first, I thought I interpreted it the wrong way, and then he was like, no, you're not answering the question right. So he does have a point where it's this weird thing where women have a hard time holding other women accountable for their actions, because it looks like they're trying to tear down that woman. Now, I've seen people tear people down, but when it comes to certain things such as like raising a person to be a good person, that becomes an issue. But when it comes to what someone's wearing or what kind of car they're driving, the materialistic ish, people have no problem with tearing somebody down when it comes to that. But when it comes to something important, they don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. I never understood that. So anyways, ultimately, I want to say both these women that are on this episode, Goofy, don't listen. The Goofy and they don't listen. But that's just my personal opinion. Anyways, I'm gonna just cut it off there. Probably gonna do more little Kevin Samuel videos along the way. Probably gonna watch them all the way through if they're good. But if they get annoying like this, because this one was getting a bit annoying to me personally. So I can only imagine the position he was in. He does these for what, hours on end. So he probably drinking. He's doing all types of ish to ease his mind. So yeah, I don't blame him if he does that. But anyways, these are my thoughts on this. Typical YouTuber-ish, what they tell you to do. Like, comment, subscribe. More videos on the way. I'm out.